Very disappointing loss, and I think that's frustration on my end, and the frustration comes because of the first half. Like, we've been a really good defensive team the entire year, and to give up 55 points in the first half is just not acceptable. That's not NC State basketball. That's not what we're about. I don't want a moral victory. I don't want us. Obviously, you can look at the second half, and we played a great, basketball half. But we should never put ourselves in that situation where we start the game and we don't understand scouting reports and we give up 8 threes to one guy and we have to go in at halftime down 15. We fought, but that's what's expected. And so my message to our guys is like, I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to come in and pat you on the back because it was a close game. Every game that we played has pretty much been a close game. We cannot put ourselves in that situation. So disappointed. If you want to talk about the positives, DJ Horn is having an incredible year and probably a great 6-game stretch, as good as anybody that I've coached for 6 games. I thought Ben came in and Ben gave us a great lift and did some good things. I thought obviously Breon Pass did some good stuff, but we got to figure this out because I don't like it. And we'll get better, but we're going to start stacking halves, and we're going to be better at that. And I'll accept that as on me because I'm the head coach, and we got to have a way better start than we did. So, questions?
What led to Bill giving so many open looks there early on, and what did you guys do in the second half to shut him down?
Well, Corey, I re-showed him the scouting report. I mean, Bell, he doesn't dribble. I haven't seen Bell dribble all year long. I thought we got confused on a couple ball screen coverage early in the first half. We allowed skip passes to the corner. We had no sense of urgency to get to the shooter. And when you don't, and guy got hot. I mean, he had a night. But at the end of the day, we did a great job in the second half, so we should have done a better job in the first half of getting to him, taking away from his shots. We just put ourselves in such a big hole. And it takes so much energy to claw back, and we had our chances at the end. We made it tough in the first half.
What do you want that last possession?
I wanted to get the ball to the guy who had 32. We kind of ran a screen down for Casey into the elevator. If he didn't have it, DJ was going to be on the block to post up, and I trust him, to make the right play. I think they did a good job of switching and didn't give him an opportunity to make a shot. And I thought he could have thrown the ball inside, but hey, man, the guys played his ass off.
Yeah. Do you feel like he got fouled?
I thought he did. If we're basing it on the fact that every call that Judah Mintz gets, yeah. If it's regular, then no. He jumped into guys every night, which that's nothing against him. That's his game. He does a good job with it.
Was there anything since the win Saturday that indicated to you that the team wouldn't come out with its best in the first half?
No, nothing.
Do you think that such a big win on the road had any factor in tonight's performance?
No, because we played great in the second half. I mean, it's just we have to come out and maybe I have to change my speech at the beginning of the game because it didn't work. My speech at halftime worked, but my beginning of the game speech didn't work. I'm frustrated because of the fact that our start. I love our guys, and we're playing hard and we're doing everything we're supposed to. We were in the mix, and we were right there where we needed to be, and it's just not acceptable from where I sit to have the start that we had tonight, and that won't sit well with me.
Coach, but there's another guy that hurt you tonight. Just talk about this game.
We talked about this Chip. Just he does everything for his team. Gets a big rebound, gets a big stop. We didn't lose to a bad team. Syracuse is a good team. My disappointment is our play in the first half. I thought Copeland was really good. I thought he made every big play that they need to have, whether it was a rebound, whether it was a defensive stop, anything that he had. He scored a few baskets when they needed to have him.
Ford said post-game down the stretch, it seemed like Syracuse was switching from man into their old classic zone. Is that kind of what you saw, which led to kind of empty possessions there towards the end?
No, honestly, they only went zone once or twice, and he hit the 3. DJ Horn hit the 3, and they never went back to it. When we were underneath out of bounds, they're playing zone, so you get those possessions. But the only half-court possessions were maybe once or twice, which we thought coming in Against Carolina, they played a lot of zone. Against Georgia Tech, they played about 33% worth of zone. So we knew we were going to get some of it.
Kevin, it seems like every one of these games seem like they're almost must-win games. It seem that way to you in terms of trying to get where you want to go?
Well, they're must-wins. They're close games. They're possession games. We had our chances. We made a costly turnover, at the end. We had a couple things didn't go our way. And, these possession games go like that. Clemson's up 12, and things didn't go their way. We've been on the other end of it. We've been on both ends of it, and these games are good games. Our guys fought, 15 and maybe even down to 17. I don't know what how much they scored, but we got back into it. But down the stretch, I thought we had a couple turnovers that really led to us obviously not being able to finish the game. I thought the crowd got involved. I was very excited about that part of it. I think they helped us come back. Some guys did some good stuff. DJ Horn, you got to hug him. But he needed a little help from some other guys too. Some of these other guys have to step up and give him help, and because he's having an incredible 6 games. And it may be 7. I don't know how many it is.
TJ had that 17-point start, which was electric. And I'm sure you're probably thinking if it wasn't for DJ, it could have been more than 20-plus points at halftime. Did you get the sense going into the second half that 15 was a manageable number, that you guys could get it down to where you needed to get?
Say that last part again.
Did you get the sense at halftime that 15 was a manageable number, that you could get it down to 7, 8 points with, when it's go time? Yeah,
we talked about winning 4-minute wars. And, every 4-minute timeout, let's chop the lead in half. And it took us a little longer. The game went back and forth the first 8 minutes. And like we talked about, you can't exchange baskets. You got to defend. And we finally started defending, and we got some stops, and everything worked out for us, and we got back into it. But listen, he's playing great. And, I can, during this 6-game stretch, we can point at any game and say, hey, we needed his points, and he's been great. And I got to find 1 or 2 more guys to be able to score with him. You guys are looking at the stat sheet. He's playing his ass off, and I need somebody else to play with him.
How frustrating is it to be 3-3 over that stretch while he's been playing that way?
It's frustrating, but you know what? I'm happy for the 3 games that we won, because if he's not playing that way, we might not even have those. And Corey, they've been great games. They've been incredible games. If you're a fan, and you're not a fan of either team, and you just watch these games that we play, you're like, man, what a fucking great games that they're having. It's good games with both guys, but I would love to come out on the top side of more of them than less of them.
Talk about the frustration. You get yourself in the mix. It's volatile game to game. How do you overcome your own frustration on that? How do you get to the team that it's not over necessarily after a game like that?
Yeah, I don't. Joe, I don't think their mentality is they understand what we're looking for. We reset, after every game, and we talk about the positives and negatives and how do we move on. We've been in this position before. We're still fighting. We still have, 4 games left. And we still got 4 opportunities to be able to be where we at. But I don't think anybody is going to hang their heads. We haven't. We've been through, a couple 2-game losing streaks and maybe 1 3-game losing streak, and we understand what it's about. And I do have enough mature guys that I think I'm not the only one pissed off. I think some other guys are really bothered by, the way that we are playing, not individually, but the way we're playing as a team.
Last one for him.
Was there something, the halftime deficit and the comeback has almost been like an identity for the team, but you're calling tonight unacceptable. So is there something different about this version of it that makes you feel that way? I'm
not calling the entire comebacks throughout the season unacceptable, but 55 points is not acceptable. Not at home, not on the road, just not. Our entire year we fought, and we're gonna scrap, and they're gonna be some time. Most of the times we've been behind, but not by much. 15 is not acceptable. That's not every game. I'm not talking about every game. I want to make sure that I'm clear on that. But tonight, 55-40 was just not good enough. Thanks, guys.